Hey everyone! It's been about a week since my last update on the 20-gallon planted aquarium. A few things have changed and we're going to do a little bit of maintenance. Before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to Long Island Fish Guy. Go check him out, guys. I'll leave a link to his channel up in the corner of the screen right now and at the end of the video as well. He's got some really awesome fish, including an Oscar and my personal favorite, a stingray. Again, guys, that's the Long Island Fish Guy. Go check him out. First of all, let's go over some things that have changed with the tank. You might notice the aquarium hood is gone, and now I have two lights up here. This is the Aqueon OptiBright Plus 18 to 24 inch, and I have two of them now instead of just the one, and I got rid of the aquarium hood, so I've got a light on the front, a light on the back of the tank. These things run on a schedule that's programmed by the remote. They each have their own remote, so that's going to be kind of hard to keep track of, but I guess I'll have to label these and label the remotes somehow. Each remote has its own schedule that you can program in. It starts out with the blue light coming on, and it stays on for about a half hour, and then the blue, green, and red lights come on, and they stay on for about an hour, and then the white lights come on, and all of the lights are on for the entire day cycle, and then they step back down just like they stepped up. Another thing that has changed with the tank, I put a sponge over the output of the filter. And I did this to disrupt the water flow. There's basically no current at all now. I did this because of the fish that is going to go in this tank. I asked my viewers to kind of help me out, and you guys really confirmed what I was already feeling, which was putting my female betta Mary in here. So I'm going to do that. Bettas don't like a whole lot of current. If you look at some of the previous footage, I'll go ahead and insert it right here. You will see that the current was a lot stronger before. And bettas, they don't really care for a strong current. They can't really swim so well in that. So I wanted to baffle that current as much as possible. I already have an intake sponge, and now I've got the output sponge back there as well. I have made it so that the tip of the sponge is still submerged in the water. I did that so there's literally no waterfall at all. The water flows through the sponge back into the tank. So there's literally no surface agitation. Bettas like as little surface agitation as possible. None if you can do it. I've got it pretty close to no surface agitation. A few things with the inside of the tank. The mold, still a problem. I keep saying it's going to be an ongoing battle, and it is. I want you to look real close in here. And looky there at how thick that mold is coming off of that wood. It might not even be mold, it might just be like bacterial growth, but it looks very mold-like, and I keep calling it mold, so we're gonna keep going with that. The plants, some are looking pretty good, some are not. The Amazon sword that we planted last week is looking pretty good. We are experiencing a little bit of melt on a couple of leaves. We've got one there, one there. I definitely want to cut this leaf out. This leaf up here, I'm not so sure, maybe. Monte Carlo, it's looking pretty brown in some spots. This piece of Monte Carlo, look at these roots back here. That piece is doing really well, but the roots haven't really grabbed on to the rock yet. They're close. They're very close. They are like almost touching the rock. The other pieces of Monte Carlo that are scattered about have experienced some die-off and also some rooting. Like this piece back here, right there, is doing really good. But the pieces back here in this corner, not so much. But let's not forget, up until today, I was still using the aquarium hood and only one of these lights. Now I've got double the light that I've had, so that might really help. This Java fern, even though the wood is really fuzzy, the Java fern is doing really well. It doesn't look like the fuzziness has spread to the Java fern. Right in the roots, it looks like the roots are digging into the fuzzy stuff. The tank is not yet done cycling, so we're not ready to put snails in or anything like that. We've still got probably another week, maybe another 2 weeks. We'll see. And the dwarf hairgrass, we've got spots of it dying and spots of it doing really well. I think the problem here is that I didn't put enough root tabs down. I only put 4 in, and I bought a pack of 10. You see, I've only used 4 of them, so I think I'm just gonna take as many of these as I can and just kind of scatter them all over the place, especially in the spots where I've experienced pretty bad browning. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna scrape the mold off of the wood. We're gonna plant some more root tabs. We're gonna do some trimming. We're gonna do a water change. Okay, so my battery died in the middle of my tank maintenance. I don't know how much I got. I guess we'll find out in editing and when you guys watch it back. But let's just go over everything. I scraped a whole lot of that moldy, fuzzy stuff off of the wood. I didn't quite get it all. If we zoom in here, you can see in the back there's still some. There's a little bit, but it's not even close to as bad as it was. I got most of it off. Like I said, it's gonna be an ongoing battle until we put snails in here. I do plan on putting some snails in here. Thinking about maybe mystery snails, but the problem with that is this is a carpeted tank and I'm afraid they might uproot my plants. But what about maybe some nerite snails? Let me know in the comments. The Monte Carlo, I got some of the dead stuff off with my water change. The Amazon sword came uprooted, but that's okay because I moved it so that it's not touching the glass anymore. Still have some dead dwarf hairgrass in here still, but I went ahead and I planted the rest of the root tabs. We have no root tabs left. I put 4 of them in here maybe a week ago, and I just went ahead and put the other 6 in. So there's 10 root tabs in here, and pretty much all of them are under the dwarf hairgrass. Right after I did the water change, there was a lot of purling, and I wish that my camera wouldn't have been dead because that would have been cool to get on camera. There's still a little bit of purling going on here, if you look right there. There was a lot of it right after the water change. Also, I filled the water level all the way up to the rim, so that way I submerged even more of the filter sponge. That's gonna be really good for making sure there is no current, basically. There's still a little bit here. Let's move these lights so you can see. There's still a little bit of waterfall coming off the side there and there, but for the most part, the waterfall effect has been mostly diffused. I did talk about weighing this wood down. I haven't done that yet, but I am going to do that. I have a plan for that. In the comments, like I said, you guys decided Mary should go in that tank. So here she is right now in her 3.5 gallon tank. And if you look at her substrate, look at all these rocks. I want to take those rocks and I want to put them on top of the base of the wood and kind of build a little pile of rocks right there. I will be doing that when Mary comes out of the 3.5 gallon tank. So the plan is to move Mary into here once this is done cycling, and then to move the river rocks from Mary's tank into here as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you click that like button down below. And also, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that way you get notified every time I upload a new video. See you next time.